build a bridge from your desires to your lived reality. It's very simple. Let's get into it. But first, you know my favorite part of the show. We got to bring in the Zoom, y'all. Let's do it. Bringing in the Zoom. Bringing in the Zoom. Ah, bringing in the Zoom. Hold on. Are we there? Are we live? Are we there? Yup. Yup. Okay. Y'all don't say nothing about my hair. It's on top of my head because I gotta wash my hair and nobody got time. But listen. Let's do it. Y'all ready? Let's get into it. Well, good morning, good evening, what to do? How are you? Hootie hoo. Happy Tuesday too. I am the sound of money in your ear, dollar Avant. That's still double O. I'm often imitated, never duplicated. They call me the $1 billion Babe, aka the Pitch Queen, aka the People's Coach, aka Coach Dollar Bill. And you are in the dollhouse. This is the home of high value entrepreneurs. Over here, it is day number. Y'all, what day is it? Uh-oh. I think it's day 62. Day 62 of this 100-day challenge. We are on a mission to make sure that everybody gets this money. We need to make some money. Okay, I am actually thrilled to announce that, I'm speaking, I'm in different communities. I'm preparing my public speaking. I got to go out of the country later this month. We got a lot of stuff going on. And you know what? There's so much we can talk about, y'all. But basically, I said what I said. You know what I mean? Like I'll be talking and I forget that people don't know. They don't know. They don't know who they deal with. You know what I mean? So I just be talking. I'd be like, blah, 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 and, da, 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 and we need to stop resting and start rising. And when I tell you people clutch their pearls, people were like, what you mean? We are resting. This has to do with the war. There's a whole war going on. And I still got people that look like me talking about, well, why do we keep calling it a war? Who said we're at war? I didn't say it. The president said we're at war. Hey, what are you mad at me? You mad at me for? Oh, this ain't nothing. This is another one. Okay. All right. Y'all keep on. This ain't got nothing to do with me. This ain't none of our business. We minding our business. That's what everybody's saying. I'm at the house. We barbecuing. It's still ice cold winter in some places. I'm barbecuing and minding my business. This is not my business. We told them not to vote for him. I'm the 92%. I'm resting. Okay. This is why I have to get on Substack and put all of these things that I be saying to y'all in documented written form with receipts and all my scholarship. I got to put on my scholarship hat because as a Harvard trained historian and economist, I'm telling you, this is not 1985. This is not like that time when we went in there and just, they assassinated a sovereign leader unprovoked. Do you really think these people just gonna be like, oh, it's fine, it's cool. Thanks, stand down. Do you know that? See, this is what people don't know. This is what you don't understand. You watch, you get your news off of I don't know where you get your news from, but you probably didn't know that last May, June, in Tehran, that's the capital of Iran. Okay, they announced we completed this train station, this train line going straight from China, straight through Iran, straight to Europe. They didn't have to get on the water anymore. They didn't have to face any U.S. Navy boats, any ships. They didn't have to go through the Strait of Hormuz, which is being shut down right now, which is where over 20% of the world's oil supply comes through there. And they're saying, nope, we're not insuring that. Nope, your boats can't move. 250 boats have dropped anchors in the Strait of Hormuz right now. Ain't no oil moving. Oil has already jumped from the low 70s, like 70 something dollars. I mean, high 70s to about 90 something dollars a barrel. Do you drive cars? Do you use gas for anything? Then it affects you. It is your business. It ain't got nothing to do with who you voted for. It's a geopolitical economic issue. Okay, so China, the reason why I brought up the rail station, because China, that means China would not have to deal with the US at all. Could just go right through and move their goods right on to Europe, do what they want to do, and bypass the US. Guess who's not having that? The US. So the next month, last June, do you know? You probably don't know. Last June, it was announced by this administration that we completely demolished, annihilated, we bombed Iran last June. And we said we completely dismantled Anything they were doing, trying to do nuclear, anything, we destroyed it. That's what we said. You can look it up. So if we did that in June, you telling me that now in February they done got some more nuclear? You can't do it that fast. That's not how science. It's not possible. So there are no nuclear weapons because y'all said y'all got rid of them in June. So what are we doing? What are we bombing? What are we doing? I bet you didn't know they have underground cities. I don't mean like the conspiracy kind. I'm talking about like actual, like they were planning for it. What if they bomb us in Iran? So this is what I'm finna do. And they have whole units and facilities and stuff already prepared underground. They were prepared for this. So they're prepared. Because see, they thought they were gonna drop some bombs and then they were just gonna surrender like in 2 days. And they said, no, ma'am, no, sir, no, we're here for it. Stand up. What y'all want to do something? What we doing? So now it's a war, which means it's going to affect your pocketbook. It's going to affect your gas prices. It's going to affect energy prices. It's going to affect prices of all goods and services that are moving all over the world. It affects all of us. And so we cannot afford to just sit back and be like, oh my God, look at them over there. Isn't that something? This has nothing to do with us. I don't know if y'all remember, that was the original narrative when the world shut down, when the pandemic first started. The original narrative was, oh, this doesn't affect Black people at all. Y'all remember that? Unfortunately, we see how that turned out. So, from the seat of the ancestors, I just want to say, we might want to wake up and pay attention. We might want to call somebody and have a meeting or two with some family members. And if you got people talking about, oh, haha, look at them, they're so concerned. I'm not concerned. I got bills to pay. I'm here to tell you how to escape the matrix, how to have enough money where you're not concerned about your bills anymore, where you can actually make moves and float above, transcend all of this. Let's transcend. What if we could transcend all of this? What if we could develop a bridge? What if we could build a bridge from everything you really want in life that you desire straight through to what you're experiencing? Wouldn't that be amazing? Using your business as a vehicle, as a tool to get there. What if we could do that? Well, that's what I'm here to teach you how to do. So all this other stuff, don't be fooled, don't be deceived. The same people that are telling you, oh, this ain't got nothing to do with us. 6 months from now, 9 months from now, when the digital control grid is inching and closing in, they're gonna be calling you for some help. So at the very least, I want you to be in a position to help them. But don't be fooled by this nonsensical attitude that this has nothing to do with us. That's the most insane take that I've heard. But it's all over the internet. So I had to address it. Another thing I want to address, I typically don't call names on here. I guess I'll wait till Thursday to bring that one up. I'm gonna wait till Thursday night to do that one. So y'all know we're here every day at 2 o'clock, and then Thursdays we're 2 and 6. And yesterday we had a really good session. Let me see if I could pull up this document again, where I was able to just show you, basically you didn't know what I was showing you, but what I showed you were the components of what I just said. Literally a bridge from this idea that's in your head to an asset that's going to pay you some money and help finance this lifestyle that you said that you wanted to live. So I will refer back to that in just a minute, but I need you guys to, first of all, I'm going to check in. I want to know how people are feeling, what's going on for real. I just had a very heartfelt session with the fellow Dollhouse member, and this is why I do this work, because wow. And I think she was about to quit today, but by the time we finished, she was like, "Oh, I know what to do," and that made me feel good. But I know that this journey of entrepreneurship is it's not easy. I know that it is. It goes against all your programming, everything that you've done up to this point. Maybe you used to be successful and then something happened and now you're trying to, bring it back. And this is not an easy thing to do. So I just want to open the floor. I want to know if people are going through it. If you're struggling, are we hype? Are we locked in? Are we focused? Are we like, yeah, nah, I can't do this? Like where we at with it right now? If anybody wants to share, go for it. Tracy, go ahead.
Okay. I'm all of the above. Yesterday I got a ticket for improper lane change, and
Uh-oh.
I keep thinking about yes. And then today the road was changed, so because they're doing construction, so today the road was changed, so that would not be an improper lane change today, but it was an
Mm-mm.
improper lane change yesterday. But I don't feel like quitting because I don't actually have a plan B, but I'm like when I said I don't have a plan B, this is what I'm doing. It's
Mm-hmm.
not like, yeah, but there's so much. I keep thinking about what you're saying. If you're not spiraling up, you're spiraling down. And it reminds me of the old phrase that used to say, if something is not a hell yes, it's a hell no.
Mm-hmm.
So when I hear those words, I keep thinking about my actions because there's so much coming in so many different directions. And I'm just having to, and then I also think about what you say, I live by this energy. And I'm like, Tracy, can you give your energy to this thing right now? So yeah, I'm kind of doing a CRM as we speak right here,
Mm-hmm.
and staying as much in the energy as possible, and looking to get more on like be a task. Like, and I keep thinking about what you said the other day about the girl that was like, my my calendar is my boss.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, damn. I was like, yeah, entrepreneurs, we want to be free, and our freedom be broke as heck. So I'm trying to get myself to another type of freedom. So yeah, I'm feeling like a swarm of everything. Yet I realize I have choices, so that feels
Mm-hmm.
good for me. You know.
That's good. That's a good place to be. That's a safer place to be than totally crashing out emotionally. So I will celebrate that with you. Um, there's a theme that keeps coming up. What you said about because the person I was talking to today said the same thing. It's this idea of what did you just say? You said like
If you're not spiraling up, you're spiraling down. If it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no.
she's
Um,
yep, and she said she definitely said she felt like she was spiraling out, crashing out in the moment when we
like
when we started the
everything is coming.
conversation. Huh?
Yeah, my earpiece went out. I said, yeah, everything's coming from different directions, and I don't. I was saying that I don't have a plan B because this is what I want to do.
I
Like
know
this
what you
is
said.
yeah,
Yeah, I know what you said.
yeah.
You said I don't have a plan B, but then you said or maybe I don't know what you said that reminded me of this, but she said this is my first time like in my whole career, like 20 years whatever, where I don't have to do something. Like nobody
Mm-hmm,
there's no
mm-hmm,
like
mm-hmm.
external schedule on me telling me I got to do this, I got to do that. And she was like really struggling with this idea of like, which I know a lot of entrepreneurs do, is it's kind of like, I kind of just want to float right now. I kind of don't really want to just be on a schedule because I just feel like I halfway can breathe right now. But that quickly turns into a spiral if we don't figure out how to harness that feeling. Um, it's just,
And
it's,
I think for me, I want to rest on my laurels.
mhm,
Like even though I haven't put in the hours for this particular business, I put in the hours for other things that didn't come to
exactly.
fruition.
It was
So
that
and
energy.
that's what, yeah, like I feel like I've done the work. Like I feel like I should be eating well right now, you know?
Hmm. And that so I have to now start speaking to that because when I say you guys are brilliant, when I purposely lead
Yeah.
with that, that's actually what I'd be talking about. It's this idea
Yeah, yeah,
of
yeah.
listen, it's like hold on, you're not gonna tell me nothing. I know what I'm doing. Wait a minute, I know who I am. Like and so
That's
it's
like
like
Kanye West. Ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing.
yeah, all of that. Uh,
Yeah.
And so it's just like, what you mean? I gotta start over almost. Like I gotta learn all these skills. Like I gotta like I think we wrestle with that. I think we do. And the difference between the woman I was talking about yesterday, $26,000 a month in January, who's in this group, but don't tell nobody business. And she's in her late 20s. I think she's 29, I think. And the woman that I spoke to today, also in this group, very active, and I think she's in her 50s. The difference is what I'm trying to put language to right now. This is this idea of I've been there, I've done that, I already did all this hard work. Da, 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 da. I'm tired of having to be somewhere at a certain time. I just want to float. I feel like I should have it. I just feel like I should just have it. Versus I made the adjustment. I decided what I want in my life, and this is what I'm willing to do to get it. That's what I heard from the first one, the 26,000 versus I can't pay this $500 dog, but can we talk about this social media mastery? And so this is not a judgment; it is a statement of fact. This is a two different mindsets, two different relationships with work and and possibility. And so yeah, I just need to unpack that because I keep hearing that theme, and I want to make sure that I'm helping people kind of heal through that, if that makes sense. Because schedule and showing up and doing this thing and learning a skill and doing all of that is going to push against. I should already have this by now. I had it at one time and somebody stole it. I shouldn't have to work this hard. It should just, as much as I've been doing. I'm gonna wait till Thursday. I almost said it. But somebody that's on a mural in Atlanta right now just filed for bankruptcy again, the second time. Okay, let's just. Okay, it's in the newspaper. That's public record. All right, totally stealing people's stuff. And here, karma. Listen, karma is a bad bitch, and it takes one to know one. I'm just letting you know. You can't just be out here doing any kind of thing in these entrepreneurial streets and think that energy's not gonna come back to you, because it does. But I don't celebrate anybody's downfall. What I'm saying is this hustle energy, the way that entrepreneurship is taught out here, is versus what the way I teach. The hustle energy is very popular. The reason why is because you get a dopamine hit. You come in there and they rile you up, they get you hyped, you get inspired, you're like and then they bring a celebrity on the stage, and then, all of the stuff, and you're just like woo, and everybody's like woo. It's like a Tony Robbins thing, so and then it's like, yeah, and I did it. And they tell you a story and they show all their numbers and they tell you what they did, and now they show you all the pictures of all the famous people and all the stuff, and you be like, oh yeah, if I could do it, if they could do it, I could do it. And all these people out here want to do it, I'm gonna do it, and blah blah blah. And then you take all the notes and da 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 da. If you pay for the thing, then you get the $2,000 package, and you get all this stuff, and then you take home, and you never do anything with it. You never read it, you never open it, you didn't take one day of course, you didn't do nothing. And so then you go down, you start spiraling down. So then you need another dopamine hit. But everybody else just did the same thing you did. So that's what happens. They say, oh, I'll be back in Atlanta this month. So then everybody, 10,000 people go running because we need another what? Another dopamine hit. Versus the way that I teach. Let me go ahead and share my screen with y'all. The way that I teach, I'm very committed to this. That's why I said it don't matter to me. If I just want 100 families to get this, I'm not concerned about all the rest of these people out here. Because you know what? Maybe it ain't for them. I can't say. They want to, some people want to sit at the house, because this is what's going on in social media right now. They want to sit at the house and barbecue and rest, literally, physically, actually, I'm in the bed, I'm not doing anything, and say, this is not my fight, it's not my war, it's not my problem, I didn't vote for them, oh well, you bought that ticket, you paid for that ticket, now you're gonna eat it, it's $2.22 and all of that, while they know they don't have no money. They're literally saying in the comments, yeah, I got bills, I can't be concerned. Da, 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 da. We know we're trapped on the financial grid. We know we don't know how to escape the matrix. We know that if one thing happens to our job, even as we're watching jobs literally disappear right now in our face, and we know that if something were to happen to our little source of income, we don't know what we would do. But rather than us figuring out what's next, We're just look personally. I like the new Ti song. I think it's amazing. But listen, what that got to do with us being able to survive out here? Like who? Why is no one concerned that we are not going to make it if we switch to a system that's something other than the one we were raised on? And I just feel like nobody's having this conversation. So I had to come to terms. My point. I had to come to terms with the fact that everybody's not going to make it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's just not. They're just not, and it's fine. It's fine. So for those who want to cross over to the other side, we're going to build a bridge. And that's actually what we did yesterday, but I'm going to put it all together for you today. So, listen, I asked you these questions, I think it was day 57. What do you really desire? Like, what do you really want? Not just like the nice answer. Oh, I want to be rich, want to be financially independent. What does that mean? How do you define that? Can you name somebody who's living the type of life? Oh, I would love to be able to do that. I would love to have this kind of impact. I would love to have this kind of business. I would love to have, this kind of influence. What is that? Get really, really clear on that. That's the top left quadrant, right? And then what's going to happen is you're going to run smack into your beliefs. And I can tell what you believe by the way you speak. Beliefs are like a structure, like a invisible house that are built by your thoughts, your words, your emotions. Emotionally charged thoughts are beliefs. Okay, so you could tell me, I saw somebody the other day do something. I said, that's good. I haven't seen a new one in a while. That's a good one. He wrote a book, something about living your dream or something like that. And I don't know what his business is. He did whatever he did. Now he reaches millions of people. He has this big event twice a year. Like a bunch, thousands of people come to this event. And he just literally pulls people off the street, out the crowd, and like, what is your dream? What is it that you want to do? And they say, oh, I've always wanted to do that. And it'd be some really heartfelt stories and stuff like that. And he'll just, call the people and like do it. And everybody goes crazy, like, oh my God, like he's doing it. And there he is. He just be walking down the street, just like wish fulfilled, but you don't have to be terminally ill. You know what I mean? Like that's what he does. I'm like, I would love to do that around the world. What's going on over here? What's going on in this community? Well, we don't have a hospital. Call my people. Y'all build a hospital over here. I'm not kidding. That's literally, I would just like to walk around and do things like that. Okay. Very clear desire. So I know the level that I have to be on in terms of, my finances and my sustainable, never running out money, not the kind where you file for bankruptcy, but you got time to host a show about entrepreneurship. That's fine. I'm not hating. I'm just saying it's a hustle. They're teaching people hustle energy and not teaching you how to build a sustainable business. That's what I'm teaching you. But this is secret knowledge. Everybody not going to get this. Okay. What do you desire? Then I need you to move over here to the top right quadrant because everything rises and falls, rests on what you do in this top right quadrant. Belief is an emotionally charged thought. Do you really believe? Do you have the capacity? Can you hold the energy, the emotional state, and the nervous system state of the version of yourself that has businesses that are generating billions of dollars? It really don't take billions of dollars to make billions of dollars, but for the sake of the simplicity of this exercise, because I'm already doing it, but y'all looking for me to have a Bentley, and certain people who are now filing for bankruptcy were on the TV in the blogs talking about somebody stole a Bentley out. This was just a few months ago. So if you got time to drive a Bentley, how come 3 months later you filing for bankruptcy? The math ain't mathing. But anyway, I know how to build real wealth. But anyway, to hold the energy of a business that has enough money that I could literally pull up to a community or to a country. We need this. I call my people. Who's my people? Somebody on my team, but also I have a network of people around the world who know me, like me, trust me, lean in with me. When y'all calls, we answer the phone, which I have right now. I told y'all that story the other day. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we need to do this. We need to do this. Oh, let me call my guy. They call their guy. Oh, yeah. So happens that we have this fund for this and this and this. Okay, let's get her done. I come back to the person the next day. Okay, Minister of Health for this nation, we got the people. Y'all need what y'all need. We're gonna build the clinic. You ready? Okay, boom, bam, done. And I'm moving on. I have to hold the emotional state, the nervous system state, and the mental state of somebody who's moving like that. I can't have 23 hours of the day. I'm talking, oh my God, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh my God, it's only two people. I don't know. Okay, I can't figure out what I'm gonna do. I got a bill due next week, and I can't. She said she was gonna pay me, and nothing happened. I thought that this was gonna be a contract, nothing. Oh my God, I don't know. That don't go together. So I have to hold the beliefs of somebody who's living the version of my life that I said that I desire. Okay, y'all track with me now. So if you put a colander, y'all know what a colander is? When you make a pasta, the bowl with the holes in it. You take a colander and you go down to the local spring or the creek, or you go to your sink or your tub and you turn on the water and put the colander, and you're like, I put myself out there so I could receive, I want to fill up this thing here so I can have what I need. Money is, it's like water. That's why they call it currency. It's supposed to flow. And you put a colander in there and you left it there all day. You got the biggest colander you could find. You come back at the end of the day to take your colander home. What's going to be in the colander? Nothing. Why? Because that container does not have the capacity to hold what you said you desire. So how do you audit that? How do you audit that? What are you thinking most frequently and feeling most frequently? Because what you do most frequently, that is the frequency that you're actually tuned to. Doesn't matter what you tell me when you're trying to have a strong face. That's why I told our fellow dollhouse OG earlier today. I'm like, you know what? You're not supposed to have it. She's, oh my God, this is what I tell other people. You're not supposed to have it all together. That's why you have a coach. Like literally, seriously, it actually takes humility to have a coach. Because you're not supposed to have it all together. You're supposed to come with what you don't know, what you don't have. And no judgment. I know you're brilliant. I told people, yeah, I can't work with you. I do that, right? Like, yeah, no. This is not gonna work, but here's a book I suggest you read. God bless you. Like, I will tell people that in a heartbeat. So if I'm working with you, I'm making myself available to you, like you got it. We don't have to prove that. But when you get down to it, when you really do an audit and have a real gut check, if you have the capacity, are you holding the energy of a person who has what you said you wanted to have in your life, in your business, in your level of influence, the type of people that you want to reach, the type of business you want to build, type of legacy you want to leave for your kids? Are you showing up as that person energetically every day? That's that top right quadrant. Because if you can't settle that storm, if you got a storm raging right here, it's, oh my God, I don't know, oh my God, So might as well put thoughts up here so y'all can know. And it's every day. It's just, oh yeah, oh God, blah blah blah. It's always something, I thought but now it's blah 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 blah. It's just a constant going on in your head. Then I can give you all the tools and frameworks and tips and everything. And honestly, that's why I brought it up. Once you get over here, my people out here who don't care about y'all for real, who are teaching air quote entrepreneurship, they don't care that you don't fix this quadrant. They know good and well you talking all this stuff about this idea and this vision and this dream that you had and all this stuff. They know you're not finna do nothing. How do I know that? Because I'm backstage with them, because I'm in the meetings with them. That's why I don't sit on a lot of these boards and I don't work with a lot of these organizations anymore, because they literally sit in the room and they say, oh, they're not going to do nothing. They're not finna do this for real. But you just all you got to do is bring the people in there. They'll come in there because they want to see this person. They want to be up close with this person. They want to take a picture with a billionaire. So called, what's his name? What's the man name that paid off all the stuff at Morehouse? Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not kidding. This is what they say. Oh, all I gotta do is get, oh, this person is popular on Instagram. Just bring them. The person who just filed bankruptcy. Let's bring her. She'll bring a crowd. And here y'all go, running to the thing. So guess what they get? Sponsorship checks from corporations. They have no concern that you don't have the capacity to actually build this life that you said you wanted. They don't care. So they're going to come over here and give you strategies. They're going to tell you little tactics to play, the little things to do. They're going to give you a playbook. They're going to give you little stuff that you can buy, little stuff. And you think that it's something outside of yourself that you need. So then you'll say, oh, yeah, I need that. So then they're going to make you do what? Pay for what? They always saying you need access. So you're going to write a check to get all this little stuff that may or may not work. It might be outdated. The Black Enterprise book on starting a business was published in 1995 or 1999. They have not updated it. And the first thing it tell you to do, write a business plan. They don't care. It is not going to work. They just want to get your cash. So they keep you in this quadrant, have you running around to meatballs and alcohol, running like a chicken with your head cut off, as my mother would say. And they know that nothing's going to happen. They know it's not going to translate. But they don't care. So you come over here, you don't get any results. And so then you ping pong from program to program, person to person. You running. Maybe I need to meet this person. Maybe I need to try this program. Maybe I need to get this certification. Maybe I need to do this. Maybe I need to do this. And nobody ever addresses this quadrant. So this is why I do this work. But it's unpopular because at the end of the day, guess what you have to do? You have to slow down. You have to stop all the noise. And you want to look at this. This is a mirror here. But so is this. This is just a mirror. This is like a field. This is just where you get to see what you planted and you see the results of it. That's all it is. Now I can't type. That's all it is. What, as above, you see that? As above, so below. So regardless of what you say you desire, if this is vague and you saying what you want, but it's kind of, oh yeah, I just want to make some money. You're not even embodying that. You haven't even made real true connection with that. You should be able to feel the emotion of what it is that you say you desire. That's what we meditate. It's over here. Okay. But then you're going to run into your actual beliefs. Do you really believe that that's possible for you? What's running through your head all day, every day? That's the programming. Are you willing to update the programming? When I tell you, you say, oh my God, I need some money. I got to do this. I need to do that. I need to pay this bill. I got to blah, 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 blah. And I keep saying all financial capital is social capital. If you need something, it's going to come through a person. Oh yeah, I hear you, but I need, you know what I'm saying? I need somebody. Okay, well, that's what you're going to get. The rest of the system is going to go based on what you believe. But when you're willing to face yourself, you say, okay, you know what? This is a belief issue. This is a capacity issue. I don't believe that I can, if I make a program or a product or a service, y'all see down at the bottom what we did yesterday, of something free that you can offer people for value, something that's entry level, your core product, and something that's premium that's, everybody can't get access to. You actually don't believe that you can develop the skill and then do the work to actually have people coming and buying that thing from you. So it's not an action. Well, it is, because people don't teach the real thing. They just say, oh, I can do it for you. And they charge you the amount of a monthly mortgage to come and be your social media manager. Air quotes. I'm doing so many air quotes, y'all can't see me. I'll be your social media manager. And guess what they're going to do? Just make up some stuff. Okay, who's your target audience? Okay, what? Okay, and they're just gonna make something that they think is cute, and you're gonna say, "Oh, that looks so good," because they learn how to use Canva. They took a weekend and learned how to use Canva on YouTube, but you could do too. But they did it. Okay, so they make stuff look better than you, and they studied it, took a 2-hour class on color theory or something. Y'all want a free tool? Can y'all see this? If I change the tell me if you can see this.
I can see it.
Okay, I think that's right. Yeah, what is the website? Let me find out. This is a tool. There it is. Coolers.co. I love this thing. Look at this. You can just come in here and make it do whatever you want to do. Just hit the space bar. It's going to create palettes on palettes. You don't have to figure out nothing. Every tool you need is free. It is not 2005. You don't need to hire somebody paid thousands of dollars to do your graphic design. What are we talking about? We got Canva. You come over here. So write that down. Coolors.co. Free. And you'll be looking like somebody who paid tens of thousands of dollars for your branding or whatever. But anyway, they come in with a little bit more knowledge than you. They sell you, access. I can introduce you to some people. Oh, I can get you, access to contracts, access to funding, access to whatever. I'll get you in the room, and so you paying all this money, but you never get what? Results. What I do is I help you get very clear. Okay, what do we really want? You say that's what you want, but no, what do you really want? Because this is what comes with that. You still want that? No, actually. Okay, what do you really want? Once we get clear on what we really, really want, then we got to come over here and deal with this capacity issue. What do you believe that you are worth? What do you believe that you are capable of? And I say to you, you deserve whatever you desire. But you must decide to take these actions in order to see it in your life. Okay, so right here in the beliefs is where it's a fork in the road. You have to make a decision to choose to go one way, to be the greatest, highest version of you, show up as that person, make sure my emotional state and my nervous system state are always aligned with the person that I desire to be in the life that I desire to have. That means you have to cut off. Decide means to cut off any alternative way of thinking, feeling, speaking, how I'm showing up in the world. And that gets you to a place of calm. And then in that quiet, still place, this is where intuition speaks. And it's like, call this person, do this thing, da 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 da. And you have to know, just like I said, all financial capital, social capital, it is telling you to go talk to a person and you're like, yeah, I'm going to call them, but first I need to make some money. I just said, go call this person. You don't know who's uncle, cousin, brother. You don't know. You go have lunch with this person. They say, so what you been working on? And then you have your 5-star pitch and you just start talking. And it's like, you won't believe this. And it's like, what? Believe what? And it's like, I just got in this new position and, my best friend at work, her husband, this is what he does. Is exactly what you said. You should talk to him. Intuition can get you over there so you could transcend what you're experiencing every day in your everyday reality because you don't want to go and do the thing intuition told you to do because you're blinded by the illusion. Oh man, I got to get my money together. Okay, when I get this together, then I'll go be this person, this version of me. Intuition is always right. I didn't say instinct. I said intuition. When you get to that place of peace and calm and all of that, you drop down into the heart chakra like we did on day 27. You understand you come from love, and then you tap back into your zone of genius, and intuition's like, do this, call this person, go here. And you just like, okay, boom, I'm doing it. I'm expanding my capacity. Now, how do I hold all that energy? I'm having all these conversations. Okay, what do I do with all this energy? Now we got our time, our schedule together. We let our schedule, the system start to do some of the heavy lifting. My schedule is my boss, okay? And now we let, our CRM capture all of these notes and stuff, so you don't have to try to remember it. And everything this person said, we recorded and we automate it and we transcribe it and we put it in the thing. You know what I'm saying? We use GPT of choice so we can hold the energy. We can track these patterns and come back and look at it and study it later. And all these actions now have elevated. It's not about access anymore. You want to access the value that's within. It's not outside of you, it's internal. And that's the illusion. They want you to keep chasing something outside of yourself, and you need to go within. I'm preaching better than y'all shouting, as my daddy would say. Listen, you have access to everything you need, but you have to settle down and go within. That's what you got to do. Nobody can do that for you. Nobody's going to come and make that decision for you. And nobody going to change your life but you. Nobody's going to do it for you. You got to go within. You got to go within. So once you give yourself permission to take yourself and your intuition seriously enough to start to schedule it, make an appointment with it. You got coaches, mentors, people who worked in your industry for decades who come and say, this is how I would do it. It's books. Everything you need to know is on YouTube. Unless you're starting a mining or a shipping company, it's like a couple, two, maybe on one hand I could count things that you cannot go down the rabbit hole on YouTube and find somebody tell you literally exactly how to do it, to where you would know more than 90+% of people in the world, and then know some people who you can now go read all of their books and go find somebody on LinkedIn and start reaching out and having a conversation with in real life to get the rest of the 10% of knowledge that you need to do anything you want to do. But the problem is not here in the actions and the strategy and the tactics and the things. The problem is here in what you believe is actually possible and the standard to which you hold yourself every day. Okay, so if you can hold the energy and start moving in some of these actions that I talked about yesterday, so let's get back to that. We have to do our big 5 every day so that we become clear on what the problems are that we're solving for people. We went through this exercise yesterday. I told you guys, you could probably have a list of, I got 7 or 8 on mine, going all the way down this first column, right? But what is the problem that people start saying to you? Oh, I need some money. I don't know what to do. Like I said, I had that call today. And then from that problem, you were building a bridge to this solution, okay? This is a video game. So how do we get them from the problem to the solution? It's making them feel like they need to each step along the journey, okay? So this is an internal facing document, by the way, guys. Nobody woke up in the morning and said, you know what, I need the entrepreneur's roadmap, because they don't know what that is. They don't know that it exists. What they wake up saying is, oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing. I started this business 6 months ago and now my savings about to run out. I'm freaking out. I need more clients. I need some money right now. I got to pay my bills. I'm gonna lose my house. I don't know what I'm doing. So what I say to people is not, I'm the founder of the Entrepreneur's Roadmap and you call me for a 25-minute discovery session about the roadmap, because I don't know what the roadmap is. What I say is, are you freaking out because you quit your job 6 months ago and now you running out of savings and you're like, oh my God, and you don't know who to call, and your mama said, I told you should quit your job. I can relate to that. I was the only one. I was, before entrepreneurship was a thing, before people were like, oh, this is what I want to do, I did that. And people were like, girl, what you doing? You got a whole Harvard degree. And I was like, yeah, the people I know that went to Harvard, that made the most money, more money than all y'all combined, they dropped out of Harvard. I couldn't do that. I'm a Black girl. My mama sent me to college. You drop it out of what? You drop it out of nothing, right? I didn't have nobody to write me a check for $300,000, so I could float around California for 4 years and figure it out. But anyway, I still wasn't supposed to not do the corporate thing, going to Harvard. So I made my own path. I shadowed CEOs. I did all this. I built my own business, took it global. And people kept asking me, how are you doing this? And then the people I'm talking to, they usually be like, well, how did you do it? I want to know, Well, that's what the entrepreneur's roadmap is. I figured out, reverse engineer all the steps you need to take. And what I figured out is most people, when you study, you go to class, you go to programs, you go to business school, they start you on step 6 of the roadmap. So now you're in the world. Now you're like, okay, well, hold on. I need to know what is the roadmap? I need to get a copy of the roadmap. I want to know where I'm at on the roadmap. Now you're ready because I have brought you from where you were. And I said, I can relate to that. And then I took you somewhere. And you're like, well, hold on. I'm like, so yeah, I'm never confused. I know exactly what to do in my business every day because I follow the roadmap. The roadmap be mapping. Well, what I need to do? Oh, you can get a copy. It's free. You know what I'm saying? Just scan right here. Give me your email. Boop, boop, boop. It's going to see the roadmap. It's going to break it down for you. You can take this quick assessment. Take this quiz. It'll tell you exactly where you are on the roadmap. You know how Geico, they say 15 minutes more. You can say 15% and more. Yeah. Okay, 5 minutes. I can tell you exactly where you are in the roadmap, exactly what you do in your business. Problem solved. Serious for real? Yeah. Okay. Boom. So I got thousands of people on my email list, just like that. They get some free value and they can see where they are on the roadmap or whatever, right? Like that. And then it's like, oh, well, hold on. I'm gonna need some more. Well, wait a minute. Like what? Okay, I know I'm on the roadmap, but like, what do I do? Well, each step on the roadmap, there are 9 steps. Each one of them is like a whole world that you go into. Just like, did you see the movie The Wizard of Oz? Yes. You know how she was in Kansas and that was a world, right? Yeah. And then tornado came and she landed, the house landed on the witch and the little munchkins were dancing, running around, and that was a world, right? Yep. And then she started going down the yellow brick road. She went to the next stop, and that was a world, right? Yep. Then she went to the poppy thing. She met the scarecrow. She did the Tin Man. She was in the woods, and then the monkeys came. Like everywhere you go is a different set of things you have to deal with, right? Yeah. Do you know what to do? No. Well, I do. And all my billionaire mentors do. They've been down this road before, child. We've been, some of them several times, several different businesses. If you want to know what to do at every step of the roadmap, just follow the yellow brick road. It's $99. It's going to tell you exactly what to do, depending on where you at. You can flip back to it. It's a guide. You can go back to it at any time. Now, why do I call it the yellow brick road? Because it guides you. If you go down this journey, start at the bottom. You start at the bottom left. And by the time you go all the way to the bottom. It's 4 dots on the bottom left. Then you go back, and it's 3 dots on the next level. You go back, it's 2 dots. You get to the top, that's currency. Everybody said they want some money, but this is how to actually get there. I broke it all the way down. By the time you do that, it's going to form a triangle. You know why? Because most people fall in to the Bermuda Triangle. On the entrepreneur's roadmap, they can't make no money. They can't figure out why. I figured it all out. It's in here. Don't you want to get that? Who's not getting that? They're like, thank you. So, bloop, bloop, money. Okay, we went through all this yesterday. But then it's like, hold on. I've been in the road, in the yellow brick road, and I'm seeing key here. Like I'm making some money. I'm going out. I'm talking to humans. It's working. Like I'm talking to people. It's like, yes, they're responding. Like I got my 5-star pitch. Like I'm outside. Like they really like working with me. It's like, oh my gosh, I can help so many more people. I'm like, yes. Y'all call me Yoda for a reason. I'm like, welcome. You're here now. You're ready. You ready for what? You want to scale, don't you? You want to talk to more people, more than you could just do one-to-one. Okay, now we need to scale up. You want to go one to many? You got to master social media because it's not 2005. You got to do it this way. This is not about, I need to get a billboard. I need to get an ad in the magazine. I need to do, all this little stuff that we want to do from 27 years ago. You need to be where people's attention is right now. That is on social media. Specifically, Substack, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram/Facebook. You need to know how to do an email newsletter, and you need to know how to do a podcast, which can be on YouTube, and you need to know how to do live events or speaking from the stage. You want to know how to do that? It's going to take you from talking to one person, one-to-one. Your message could be in front of 500 people at a time, 1,000 people at a time. One of our other students in the dollhouse, 17,000 views on their last video. That's what I'm talking about. Don't you want 17,000 people to hear your message at once? That's leverage. And that's what I want to talk about today is leverage. It's only 4 ways to leverage what you got. Content is one of them. So if you want to do that, there you go. Boom. All of it is in there. I'm telling you how to meet people where they are at scale, how to make all of your content sound like you're talking to one person. So much so that they stop scrolling and they want to stop and listen to you. Boom. Then I'm going to tell you exactly how to structure your content, which is different nuances for each platform. But I'm going to make sure you know exactly what to do and how to show up. So they not just start it, but they actually read the whole thing. They watch the whole thing. They save it. They share it. They're leaving comments. They want to come back for more, and they remember your name, and they want to watch more. So why? So we can solve the 7-11-4 equation. You become a known entity in their mind, so that by the time they get on your calendar or they're downloading this thing or whatever, you're already, sign up for a discovery call or whatever that is, you're already a known entity to them. So you don't really ever have to sell anybody anything. But wait, there's more, because I also have all the AI prompts in there to help you automate this, to do it all the time. All day, every day, your content can be out there working for you like little soldiers, bringing you people who are going to come into this world and love what you got going on and get to know, like, and trust you on their own schedule, own time, while you're sitting at the house. They might be buying little stuff along the way, and you can scale your business going one to many. All of that is in the social media mastery. So when you're ready for this life, about to be about this life, you get that. And then they're like, oh yeah, no, I need you. I want you personally to be my coach as I do this thing. I need you to, well, that's a different price. Well, dog, we should be hanging out. We want to do events. Y'all keep asking me, we want to go to retreats. We want to do all this stuff. Everybody talking about they want to go to Switzerland. I'm like, you think I'm paying for everyone to go to Switzerland? Like, what is going on here? I need everybody to follow the roadmap, the yellow brick road map, okay, so that we can actually go to the lake house and be on the yacht and do fun stuff. So that's a different price for that. Dog, can you archive? You've been giving us thousands of hours of value. Can you archive this so I can go back and listen at any time? Get the monthly membership, support the work. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever that is. So there's another layer. And we went through all of this yesterday so that you go from what they were saying in the problem state when you met them. It's a bridge. You see the bridge? We just built a bridge all the way over here to the solution state where they have the exact game plan and structure, system that's bringing new people into the world consistently, their identity, so they can embody this energy of somebody who's making money consistently. Because I just told you how important that is. That's what I do in my work. So by the time they get to the end, they're speaking another narrative. I feel great. Money's flowing, making more money than ever. I'm hiring employees, or I got my AI agents doing all the things, whatever that is. I'm making $10,000, $20,000 months. I can finally take care of my family. I'm not worrying. I've been afraid to put myself out there, but now I'm that person. I'm that girl. I'm him. I'm her now. I'm that dude, whatever. I'm having impact in the world. I'm actually leaving a legacy, doing things I never would have done before I started talking to Avant. That's the narrative that I leave people with. All because I have a bridge that I built. So what I'm challenging everybody here to do is seep, to invest in yourself enough, which y'all do every day when you show up here at 2:00. This is an investment in yourself. Because I'm not here to motivate you, honestly. I'm just going to keep it a book. If it does motivate you, yay. But I want you to leave with reinforced beliefs that you can do this, that everything you want to create is literally possible, and it is all, you have everything you need to do, all the tools you need. You already have it. Okay. If I can get you to believe that, then I'll tell you the actions to do, and you'll do them in the right energetic signature, and then you'll get the results you're looking for. And then those results will compound over time. You plant seeds, you get a harvest in the field, and everything, who you are, you don't get what you want, you get who you are. It'll start to be what reflected back to you. Okay. So Michael Jackson told us, if we look in this mirror and we don't like what we see, what do? Make that change. Okay. So it all depends on us building this bridge down here. So did anybody come up with any other ideas, or did you feel pretty good about what you did yesterday in the workshop? Having something for free that people can do so you can start building your list, because your list becomes your audience. Like if you're standing on a stage in a theater like the Fox Theater, you need an audience. You need a bunch of people in there listening to what you have to say. That's what you do this for, the free thing, so that you can build that list and have more people in the audience. I know who she is. When I get an email from her, it's usually great value, so I'm opening it. I want to see what they're talking about. Oh, she just sent another thing on Substack. Let me go and check it out right quick. They're in the audience. They're in the energy. They're listening. Oh, WhatsApp, dog. I be binging once a week. I go back and listen to all the old episodes, catch up. It don't cost you nothing, but they're in the energy, right? That's important. You got to have that, a place for people to land and hang out before, during, and after purchase. Y'all heard me say this all the time. You got to get that, nail that. What is that? Then something that you don't have to show up for. That was the second piece of homework. You don't have to show up for, but you still get paid for. What is that? Do we have that? Then your core thing, the thing you probably thought you got in business to sell, what is that? And is it so crystal clear why they need it? And have you built the steps leading up to it? It's not just, hey, I just met you, buy this $5,000 thing for me. You walking people on that journey, letting them find you there when they're ready, so they can feel like they want to feel. And then there's other premium things and creative things you do twice a year, or some kind of VIP experience, or direct access to you, or whatever. Ongoing maintenance membership. Some people put that over here. It doesn't have to be necessarily more expensive than this, but it is over time, like it's recurring money or something like that. It could be in the premium. This is your bridge. Y'all seem to like visuals. As soon as I started typing, this thing came back on here. Hold on. Okay. Here we go. This is your bridge. Have y'all ever been to the Golden Gate Bridge? It's fun times. We walk it all the time because my family's out there at Berkeley. You see that? See that word right there? Suspension bridge. Y'all see that? This is also known as a tension bridge. Suspension bridge. That's what we're building. That's what this is. You go from, people are over here with this problem. They're like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh my God, I'm in Atlanta. I really want to get to LA. I just, I could drive there, but that's crazy. Like, I can't just be driving for 3 days straight, like, not by myself. Like, that's just nuts. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, I really want to get to LA. Like, I really want to get there, man. If I get to LA, man, they got palm trees, and you know what I'm saying? I could go out to the ocean whenever I want to, Like, man, yeah, like, that's my family's from there. Like, I just really want to get there. And guess what? Here comes Delta. Well, you can compare flights. You can do this. You can do that. You can sign up for our Sky Miles program. You can do all this stuff for free. Just come on into the world. Go and get your Sky Miles number. Then it's like, you can get your economy seats, you know what I'm saying? You get your little basic, you get you on the flight and keep you under a certain price point, do what you do. You still get there. You just, you got to wait longer to get off the plane, and you don't get no free champagne, but you know what I'm saying? I'll get you there. You got your main cabin, it's like, okay, you get a little more room. We have great entertainment on the flights, and we got Wi-Fi and stuff. You get some stuff. And you got first class. You got the just free drinks the whole trip. You got food. You got a different menu. They pull you up to the door. One time, I think it was John Sally. You know how you stand in the thing, and I was getting ready to turn. As soon as you step onto the plane, off the bridge, you're going to the plane right there. there's a door right there. And usually they come up and they might take somebody's bag or something like that. They open the door. Here comes John Sally. And I'm like, what? And he's like, what? Anyway, and then we just get on and go sit down in the first class thing and go head on. You know, they'll bring you up to the plane. They'll drive you from the Sky Club or whatever. You get in a Porsche, you come across the runway, and then you just walk up to the little step. You don't have to wait with everybody else. And then you can pay for that. I'm saying it's premium, ongoing, But why? How do they sell you on that? They tell you about the solution, the outcome. They show you pictures of palm trees and islands and where you going and what it's going to be like when you get there. But all they did was build a bridge from where you were to where you said you would be. That is the job of every entrepreneur. So I ask you again, do you have a bridge? Any questions about that before we go ahead? We need a bridge, tension bridge. And this helps you float above. This helps you transcend. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I can't make it. Oh, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I don't have enough customers and clients. I can't do this no more. I've been doing this for 6 months. I'm running out of savings. I can't. You're supposed to float above that. If you're having those feelings, you have not built a bridge in your business. You are not helping people get from problem state to solution state. This is all you have to do. Well, how do I get started? The Big 5. We spent 60 days in this 100-day challenge, and I'm teaching you how to do it. This is going to give you clarity. You're going to know exactly what to say, who am I talking to, what are they looking for. All the data that you need is right in the Big 5. The initial sequence of habits that you need to have, actions that you need to be taking every day is right here in the Big 5. Then most of these things are one time. You're going to build your landing page, your home page is not necessarily the same thing as your landing page, but you're going to build that one time to match each one of these little free offers. You're going to have somewhere for people to go and give you their email address. Once they give you the email address, it needs to start an automation. That welcome sequence, I promise we're going to get to it this week. I'm going to tell you exactly what to put in your email sequence. So you'll know, but that's what the social media mastery is for. Then you got your entry level. And by the time you get over here, you need to have a simple way for somebody to pay you. So it's not that deep. And right here, we have a business. That's it. That's all. That's it. And everything else is like extra, it's bonus. You don't have to get overwhelmed. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to struggle with it. You don't have to do that. But if you don't believe that any of this is possible, it doesn't matter what I say because you're not going to do it anyway. And then you're going to keep coming back talking about, well, I can't make it and I don't know. And I thought it was going to work and nothing's happening and I'm struggling. And well, do you have a bridge? No. Okay. So because I know I'm on a mission and I know I'm here to serve. That's fine. I will meet you where you are. I'll do it. I'll do it again. I'll do it again. I'll do it again. But somebody is going to build a bridge and get good at leading people across that bridge. The only way to do that is to hold the capacity, hold the energy of the version of yourself that has what you said you wanted. And that's why I give you neuroscience and quantum physics. I'm not just talking just to talk, to hear myself talk. I could do that without getting on Zoom. I can hear myself talk all day. I'm doing this so that you can change your programming. Like, no, this is really how it works, bro. Like, this is how it works. This is where abundance comes from. You know, like where the babies come from. This is where abundance comes from. I'm giving you the secret sauce so that when you're faced with, when your bills are screaming at you, you can scream back. Yeah, I know, but I still said what I said, and it's still going to happen because I said I'm the creator here. What are we talking about? What's around you has to change. You shouldn't be the one changing. So any questions about that before I go on? Because I mean, honestly, I could stop right here. That was a word on today. I came to give you a word. And then sometimes I give you strategy and practical things that you can do as well. Anybody? Go ahead, Tracy.
Could a bridge be like talking to humans or having a, I mean, it sounds like a bridge can be anything where someone can get to know your worldview better.
No, well, I'm saying a bridge is everything that we went over yesterday. Literally taking them from a problem state to a solution state. So yes, a part of that is talking to humans, one to one, right? Doing the big five till you talk to enough people to see a pattern, and really know their language. You should know their language better than they do. You're like, so you probably
Yes,
kind
yeah.
of feeling like this, and they'll be like, yes, exactly. That's how you know you nailed it, right? And then how do we take that and give them a next step? Well, this is what I would recommend. You know what I'm saying? And something that is not like, pay me $17,000 right now, and in exchange, I got you. You know what I mean? Because now I'm not taking another step. Versus it's too far, right? It's too far. Versus you're like, do this right here. Give me your email. I can get you the dot 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 dot. Or take, this free or this, really inexpensive thing. It's a way for you to kind of test the dot 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 dot. And they kind of take those steps with you. That's what I mean by bridge. All the way through to your core offer. That's a bridge. The whole thing is a system. Yeah. And so that requires us to hold the energy long enough to finish building the bridge. We can't put up one pillar and then we stop. That's unfinished bridge. Now we all stuck. We can't go forward. We can't go back. We just go fall in the water. Like, we have to build it all the way through. We got to hold the energy until we put the infrastructure in place, the systems. Your schedule is going to help you hold the energy to be talking to enough humans, because it's on your calendar. So you don't have to go right now. You got 3 hours, like The Apprentice or something. You got 3 hours. I need you to go ahead and talk to 50 people today. Like, wait, what? Hold on. No, it's on my calendar every day from this time to this time. I go talk to people. Every day from this time to this time, I work on my pitch. Put the two together. Now I'm talking to people and I know how to talk to them because I have a pitch and it's flowing and it's working. Every day from this time to this time, I write down what those people said to me. From this time to this time, I make time to go and follow up the people I met. Now we take a 15, 20-minute call so I can really go through the whole Afro method and really get some information and go back and forth with them and do the thing. Your systems, now instead of you holding the energy, your system is holding that. Okay, boom. So I do my big five, boom. That part of the bridge is built. Now we go on. Where are we leading people to? Do you have something that you can give them for free that's going to be a real value, solve a real problem in a tangible way in exchange for their email address? Right now, no, it's just me. I'm manually following up with everybody. I have to do everything. I have to make every phone call. If I don't reach out and call them, nothing happens. Okay, we need to build something that does that automatically. When you get that done and it's something that people find real value in, it's not just anything I throw together and put up. It doesn't matter if your audience don't want it. That don't count. Meaning, if you build the next part of the bridge and nobody walks on it, it doesn't count. So how do we know we check this part of the bridge? Because people want it. They're steady downloading it. They're steady using it. You're getting feedback. I like this. This was great. This really, really helped me. This is what I needed. Thank you. I've been struggling with this for years and it helped me. That's how you know. Okay, boom. That part of the bridge is built. Now, what's the next step you can help somebody take? That they can pay you not necessarily your full core price amount. Something that you don't even have to be there and you still can get paid. But it's going to help them take the next step on their journey. Do you have that entry level thing? $100, $25, anything less than $200-$300 is like, it's a, depending on who your audience is, it's like a no-brainer to them to just pick it up. They don't really think about it. It's whatever. Do you have that? Digitized, where they pay some money and it goes bloop and it goes to them. Okay. And they're getting value out of it. They like it. They're sharing with other people. They're excited about it. They're using it. Yes. They're walking on that part of the bridge. Yes. Beautiful. Now we build the next part. So now we don't have to hold that anymore because the system is doing it. That's what I mean by bridge. Now we go to the next part. Whatever this core thing that you thought you got in business to sell in the first place, it's there, it's available. And now you're making an offer a bigger, higher price point than you thought was possible. But people are ready, they're prepared to make that investment with you. Do you have that?
So
Go for it.
I just have a question. Okay, so I started building out the rest of my table that we started yesterday. And so for frustration, I have, okay, so my categories: confused, time is an issue, money, fear, and frustration about touching their website and what could happen. So for confused, I thought of the website problems and fixes, or like some common ones for $29. But for the other ones, like for the money one, I have a homepage blueprint, and I'm going to build that out so that they can have a full website one that they can do themselves instead of hiring somebody. But for fear, frustration, and time, I'm having trouble figuring out what that entry-level product would be besides my Substack community, because the Substack community really is for people that are confused and don't know what to do next, so they can reach out there, but I'm not sure what to.
Is that that's your free thing?
The Substack?
Yes.
For now, I'm going to eventually put some things behind the paywall, but for the entry level, can that be free, or is it just because I know we have a free value / CTA and then the entry level?
Yeah, it
so
can
the free
be.
value.
It can be. I hear what you're saying.
Okay.
So two things you're asking. One, I'm saying, if you have 4 or 5 problems going down that column,
right,
one or more of them could still point to the same.
Okay.
Free
they don't
thing
have to
or
be
entry
different.
thing.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Okay, that works.
Because they might all, they ultimately are probably all going to converge, not necessarily, but probably.
Or that's my plan.
To the same core offer, let's say.
Right.
And that's perfectly fine. Yeah.
Okay.
So what you're doing is just creating paths. You're meeting people where they are, right? And then you're guiding them to where they really want to be.
So I added, because I normally do a consultation. That's my free value. But I've thought about it, and maybe I'll do like a new client website consult survey that they can do.
Nice.
So that, that's something they can fill out, and I don't necessarily have to be there.
Yeah.
And then the Substack is free, but I'm having
the second
trouble.
half. So if you have it free, there's a lot of good resources. You constantly are referencing that. Go to my Substack, get that, follow me, all of that. That's great. And because that's still giving you their email addresses. Now you're in the social media mastery. I'm going to show you how to automate it to where when they join your Substack, they're also joining like an email autoresponder
list. Okay. Because that's what I'm trying to drive traffic there, because I do have free resources there. So that's technically still free value. But then I'm going to start putting certain things behind basically, so they have to subscribe in order to see my articles. And then figure out some kind of paid. I'm not sure what that will be yet, but okay.
And
thank you.
Absolutely. And in terms of your entry level question, my challenge yesterday in terms of homework was something that you could make money off of without you having to do anything.
Right.
So
and
that would be like you're saying, some of these things that might be behind a paywall in Substack. What you're going to find when you get into the subscription game, what you're going to find is like people are subscriptioned out. Like I already got 27,000 subscriptions. I got 200 people that I'm already followed on Substack, and now I got to pay for the, it's like, whoa, versus some of your best pieces. Like if you have a really comprehensive, PDF or step-by-step guide to something, you could just have it as a standalone. Buy this guide. It's $45. It'll take you step by step to do this thing, very specific outcome.
And not necessarily make them pay for my articles, because I don't really want to do that. Okay.
Yes.
Because I did add my homepage blueprint to my website. through I think easy digital downloads. I set up an account so that I can start selling digital products there. So
that's the way to
keep
think
that
of
then.
the entry level. Anything like that, that's a really cool or comprehensive guide. It could just, you can still have it available. There will be people who are like, I just want to do the monthly thing. And that's fine.
Okay.
Some people do that over on school. I just want to do the monthly thing and have all the access. That's fine too. But have them as standalones, and that's an entry level thing that you can sell. Yep.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Absolutely. Since you're talking though, I never did get the update. I want to hear about the event.
It's amazing.
The meeting.
The fellowship. Yes.
All the things. I want to hear. What happened? The dollhouse was outside. OGs were outside. Yes. A lot of things were happening. I heard. Go ahead.
Yes, everyone came out, and it was just even more amazing than I thought it would be. It reminded me kind of like a Thanksgiving dinner. You know how everybody's conversating, eating, and just having a good time, and everything's flowing. That's kind of how it made me feel a little bit, and I loved it. And I was looking back at the videos. I'm like, yeah, everybody was vibing, and people were. It was just perfect synchrony because I was able to introduce people to other people. I'm like, do you know Erica? And she has her body skincare thing. And then I was talking to her, and she does soirees and stuff. So I'm like, oh, that's great. Maybe we can do a collab. But just like people that I didn't even expect, like some people have like secret businesses that I didn't even know about. And I had Tahira there as well, and she was giving some great business advice to people for their business accounts and opening them. And Asia, everybody loved her food.
Of course.
I was blown away. Because people think vegan and they don't expect anything. But I've had great vegan food, so I expected it to be good. But everybody was surprised.
She'll make you want to go vegan. If you wasn't vegan before, you'll be vegan now.
Oh, I already texted Asia. I was like, how much for a pan of that lasagna?
And
it's the best.
It's
ever.
The Pizza Plus for me. Look, I'm putting in my order now for my Pizza Plus for my birthday, June the 20th.
Oh, nice.
Day after Juneteenth. Asia, I know you here, big girl. Okay, go ahead.
Yes. And then we collected so many canned goods. It was just a really good feeling night. Like I just dropped off the donations and everything, but it just I am so happy with the outcome. Everybody was asking when the next one is, and asking why I didn't do this sooner and things like that. So that it was just amazing. I loved it. Beautiful. And I can't wait to do the next one.
So now, Journey, I remember when you first mentioned this idea on one of our calls, first time I heard about it, you were kind of like, yeah, I'm thinking about maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Thing. Do you remember that? So tell me about the transformation from where you were to where you feel now.
Ooh, okay. So I just saw a lot of obstacles, honestly, and just reviewing how this journey has been. So it started just with, I want to get people together because I used to love hosting and I haven't done it in a long time. So I was like, I can host something. That would be nice. It was kind of me trying to talk myself into it.
Yeah. Even so what was the challenge in your mind?
I knew that, I knew that the event space was free, but there were also obstacles like, what if someone else is using that space for the time that I want to use it? What if, people get annoyed? What if I can't get the gate to stay open for them because it's a safety thing, or just all the what ifs, and what if nobody comes, or what if only it's just me. But I as the journey went on, I felt myself getting more confident because I was executing more than overthinking. If that makes sense.
What helped you make that shift?
That's a good question. I feel like coming to these calls definitely helps, and talking to everybody, making connections in the dollhouse, and just hearing you speak every day with the energy. And that's why I'm here, every day that I can be, because it reminds me that I'm not in this alone. And that's also what I wanted Entrepreneurs for Good to be. us coming together and nobody's alone. Like there's always someone to help or be there. So I feel like, and then I've also wanted to get back into volunteering. And you've been pushing us to follow our intuition, and as I've been doing it, it's been working. So I just kind of had to tell myself, it is what it is. Show up as the new you. Got myself a nice, cute outfit and was just like, I'm gonna host, and this is gonna be great. And I was a little worried about the RSVPs, but I was like, you know what, it's fine. I'm featuring people on my social media. People were liking it. People were resharing it. I even did a face video doll. I was like, what? That was definitely a stepping out of my comfort zone because I was talking directly to the camera and had a script and everything. And I actually was proud of it. So I was like, you know what? All this stuff that I was thinking about, none of it happened. Like overthinking about all the what ifs and the hindrances. I switched to thinking about, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be, people are going to bring their canned goods. People are actually interested and looking forward to it. So I just kind of switched how I was thinking about it because even towards the end, I was like, the gate's not going to be open. What is that going to be annoying to guests? And I was like, you know what? It doesn't matter, Micaiah, this is your first event. You can remote control the gate. Just tell people to text you. So I had sent out a message that morning, an email, just telling people instructions for that. So it went pretty smoothly. Like people just texted me and I was able to let them in
Beautiful.
And it was smooth.
So you changed your energetic signature and
absolutely
your reality.
Yes, my energy changed from frantic and what if this and that to I'm excited. I'm doing something good for our community. I'm bringing attention to amazing entrepreneurs. I am also coordinating volunteer efforts.
Yeah.
So I felt so good dropping off those cans today. I was like,
that's so cool. Great. Did you get footage?
I did. So I have to put it all together.
Good.
But yeah, I did a little clip yesterday to show the cans, and then I have a plan to do a little recap.
Let's go. Come on, Entrepreneurs for Good. I like that. I would like a t-shirt, please. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, I should.
You're in charge of the t-shirt ministry.
I need merch.
So let's make that happen. So let that be an encouragement to all of us. Let that. Intuition, just move, just do it. You
just
never
do
know.
it.
You never know what's on the other side of that thing. You don't know. I've heard people say they had an event and 2 people showed up, but the one person became like their best friend or their husband or their business partner, introduced them to somebody years later. You don't know. Just do it.
Right. There's always a reason. And then some people made connections I didn't even know about. Like my best friend has an animation company. And then this another guest that came, she actually is a author of children's books. And she's creating one, and she's been waiting for her animator for like 2 years to do this book for her. So I was like, you know what? I know someone who could do animations, and then boop, boop, connection. And that was beautiful. Surprise. But
I love it. I love it. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I think I might have to be your permanent sponsor. I like what I'm hearing.
Oh, I'm going to plan out the next one, and I'm gonna contact you about getting some of that moon jug water. And yeah, we'll do some things. I'm setting up something with the DEI program coordinator at Oglethorpe, and we're meeting next week. So I'm excited about that.
Very cool. This is what I'm talking about. I love it. I love it. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else want to share what y'all got going on? Hey, y'all, I see y'all on the stream. Thank y'all for being here. Y'all, we kind of have it's a little vibe going. I'm like 2:00 in the morning, but 2:00 in the afternoon, I was like, this is a wild time to do something, but it's not. First of all, I can't do it any earlier. There's no way in my day that it's going to happen any earlier than this. It's just not going to happen. But also, 2 things. One, I have a show that I'm getting ready to start doing, which will probably take my evening hours. We already have 6:00 on Thursday. So I didn't really want to do it at the end of the day. But also, not saying you have to get up early, because I don't necessarily always wake up early, but theoretically speaking, if you have your stuff really planned out and you start a regular day like a regular person starts it probably at 7 or 8 in the morning, which I'm not saying that I do. But if you did do that and you were like, 10-15 minutes, well, total your big five, let's say you did that for 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and then you had some other stuff around the house, then you had stuff for your family, or you go to lunch, you do this, do that. You could kind of be done with the major things you said you wanted to do in your day, at least on the way to being done with that by 2 o'clock. And then, we got people on the West Coast and people in Europe and stuff. I mean, the day continues after this call, but this is a place, a respite, a place to come in and tap into the energy and, get some more ingredients and some more things to help you cook this meal y'all cooking, create this life we're building. You know what I'm saying? So I'm honored that you guys spend this kind of time with me, but I know that this space doesn't exist. I searched all over, couldn't find it, so I had to build it. And I just appreciate you guys for being here. So anybody else want to share something? It doesn't matter what it is: problems, questions, concerns, challenges, perspective, personal story time.
I wanted to say that I'm so glad I dodged the bullet with that one, because who you were speaking of, I had an opportunity to put some things in place.
I thought about
and,
you, Jack.
And I was like, oh, maybe my ancestors were looking out for me.
The
because
ancestors
like
be ancestring.
They were, because I have encountered her on several occasions, and it's kind of like, oh, here's my number. Oh, here, come here and do this and do that. Drop this off, and it's like I did all the things, but it just always fell through the cracks. And
didn't sit right in your spirit.
I was feeling some kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I was kind of bummed out,
Mm-hmm.
and I was kind of looking at other people who were like, I guess what you would call like collaborating with her.
Yeah.
And it's like, it looked like everything was good, and then I'm just like, okay, this is not for me. So I had to kind of take myself out of things, because I was in my feelings and I shouldn't have been. So, glad I dodged that bullet. Number one. Number two,
the bazooka.
I wanted to mention. I wanted to mention that I've been reading this book that Tracy had mentioned one time about the untethered soul.
Mm-hmm.
And it has been so eye-opening and so uplifting and so just helpful in a sense of like separating yourself from your thoughts, and and I am always in my head, so it's just really good. It's really
love that.
Really good.
I love that.
So I just wanted to mention that. Thank you, Tracy, for that recommendation.
Community be communitying.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's been really good. I actually put the thoughts and formulations into ChatGPT and had them make me a workbook. Just FYI.
Ooh,
so
nice.
I had to make me a workbook to kind of work through. So yeah, that's just something I wanted to mention. And then the last thing I wanted to say was, like Micaiah and the energy, the night was really great, and I'm glad I went. I was a little, hesitant because it's so far out.
Ain't it far?
But I was like, you know what? We just gonna do this thing. Like, who knows who might be in that area that needs me? So I was like, let's just do the thing, do my thing. I just do what I do as I do, and let's go. And so, it was a success, and definitely some potential future customers, and maybe a collaboration with one of the local universities in that area.
That's beautiful. See, this is the power of community. I was on a call in a group that I'm in this morning. I don't get up. I don't do no calls before 12 o'clock unless it's something mighty special going on. So this is one of my groups. And Yeah, and we were talking about we're not going to survive everything that's going on out here without community. So I love the fact that this has turned into that for so many of us here. That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that and for being here as always. And I'm gonna play about them pizza puffs either. Anybody else want to share before we jump off of here? It's 3:30. Oh, I did it. 90 minutes. I was done. Let's be clear. I was done it in 75 minutes. Anybody else? All right. Well, we've done it again, y'all. Hey, Clara.
Asking what was the name of the book.
Until the soul. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Mm-hmm.
How y'all doing?
Beautiful, beautiful. Hey, Tressica. Hey.
Hey. Oh, and Victor he's looking forward to coming back again.
Oh, that's good. Oh, Victor, that's my homie.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I'm glad y'all are here, man. Let's make it a rest of a great day. If you still working and doing your thing, and just know all of this is possible for you. Like, this is not like, oh, I wish I could have, someday, one day. Today is someday. Today is someday. Like, I don't just say that, I mean that. Like, this is a real thing. So despite the fact that they got time, we don't have time to pay for Medicare and people's health bills and stuff, but we got time to be playing with somebody else's country over there. I just want you to understand that what you're doing right now, what you're building for your family, is a revolutionary act. It's a revolutionary act. Entrepreneurship is a revolutionary act. So I applaud you for being on this journey. I applaud you. I applaud you. So let's keep going. Wisdom is speaking, y'all. Wisdom is speaking. Like, people say, oh, money don't grow on trees. Yeah, no. Okay, true. However, comma. Wherever wisdom is, that's where money is. And I can teach you how to build a wisdom tree, grow a wisdom tree. I teach you how to do that. How do we do that? Take something that's true, that your spirit, your intuition is telling you this is true. That's how most of y'all got here, is intuition. And then you get this knowledge. It's just knowledge. It's just a fire hose. It's just whoa. It's just all kind of information just flowing. Okay, you take this knowledge, you apply it. Applied knowledge is wisdom, and you keep doing that. You're gonna grow a wisdom tree, and everywhere wisdom is, that's where the money resides. So y'all keep doing your thing. Drink your boom jug. Build your business. I'll see you tomorrow.